2024 Monkeyman, to simply call this movie John Wick from India would be underselling it. Let me tell you all about it. The first time I saw the trailer for this movie, I'm not gonna lie, the action is what sold me. But when I actually got to see this movie, there was so much more. The first part of this movie, a lot happens. You have to get up to speed in a very short amount of time. The world is built relatively quickly, and you start following the protagonist and he wants something, but he's not properly equipped to get it. The middle part of this movie gets a little funky. There is a moment of spiritual enlightenment and the character kind of discovers himself, etc, etc, etc. Third act is where everything ties up really well. You understand why this hero is on a mission of death. You understand the anger, the frustration, the fury, and it is a very personal mission. It hits home, and if this would have happened to you or to me, how far would we go to bring Judgment Day? The soundtrack for this movie is incredible, not only from the background music, but also from the action scenes. I think it's really good. I had to look up the playlist and it's available on Spotify. This movie also speaks to what is going on in India. I personally don't know much, but I've heard a little bit. Apparently, there are some strong differences between certain cultures and religious groups that live in India, and that has a major part in this film. I also understand that this is a movie, so how much of this is tied to reality or actual events, I don't know. But it does point out that it must be very difficult to be on the other side of what's popular. I heard that this was a very difficult production and that part of this movie was filmed with a cell phone, something that I was unable to verify, but if this is true, I think that it adds so much more to this movie in terms of determination and a crew that is committed to making this happen. Overall, I really enjoyed this movie. It is not for everybody. It has a hard R, there's a lot of violent scenes, there's blood, and some brief nudity. So it's not for everybody, but this is a story that adds so much more gravitas and meaning to the violence. It's not just senseless beating up people. It's a story about justice and vengeance and making right what is wrong. Film, of course, is subjective. It hits us all in different ways. What did you think about this movie? Let me know, and remember folks, you owe it to yourself to watch great cinema.